Hi guys, it's Sam from Creatively Sam's. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you stopped by. Today's Tasty Tuesday video is salmon patties. This is something my mom used to make. It's her recipe. And if you want to see how I do this, stay tuned. It's coming up next. Okay, what you need is a large can of salmon. This is a 14 3/4 ounce can. You need a 1/4 cup of onion, finely chopped. A 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs or cracker meal or cornmeal. Mom always used the breadcrumbs, so that's what I'm using. A 1/4 cup of flour, 1 egg, 3 tablespoons of mayo. You know me by now, I like my Miracle Whip much better. You'll also need oil to cook these salmon patties in, and some tomato soup condensed with some water as a gravy. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drain the salmon thoroughly. And I'm going to put it all in a mixing bowl and flake it up evenly with a fork. And then I will chop the onion and put that aside. Okay, I've been draining the salmon. So I'm going to put this in the bowl. And I actually got this little strainer at Walmart a long time ago. And it's like the absolute best thing in the world for draining cans. And I'm going to flake this up and then start adding the other items. Okay, I have the salmon all nice and fluffed, or flaked, or whatever you want to call it. And to this I'm going to add the 1/4 cup of onion, the breadcrumbs, the flour, the mayonnaise or Miracle Whip. And the mayonnaise, it helps to keep the patties moist, and they also hold their shape a little better this way. And the egg, just going to slightly whisk it. And I'm going to stir this until it's very well blended. And I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to take this condensed tomato soup and add a 1/2 can of water. And mix that up. Like I said, this is going to be the gravy, but If this is a little dry, I'll just add a little bit of this to that. And of course, if it's too moist, you just add a little more breadcrumbs or flour. And I am going to add just a little tiny bit just to get the flavor all the way through. And yes, I do have the rubber gloves on. As much as I love this, I can't stand when my hands smell like fish. So I'm going to put some of the oil. And this about maybe 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch of oil in the pan. And then I'm going to shape these into the patties and fry them until they are lightly browned on both sides. Because this salmon is already pre-cooked. The only thing that you're really doing is making sure the onions get nice and soft. Okay, I'm going to get these shaped and in the oil. Okay, I've got the flame on medium-high. And these are absolutely perfect as far as the thickness, and they're not too moist, not too dry, so they hold their shape. And like I said, I'm going to let these brown on both sides, probably about 3 minutes on each side. And just like making pancakes, as soon as it starts to look a little brown around the edges, then you can turn it. Okay, these are about done, and I'm going to drain them on paper towels. And you can see how it's cooked on the other side there. And I've heated the tomato soup and water in the microwave. It's nice and warm. And I find that I don't even need salt with this. I know, write that one down. Nicely browned on both sides. And I'm going to let these cool before I taste them. And we'll see how much they taste like my mom's did. We'll be back. It's steaming pretty good still, but I'm going to give it a little taste and see. Ooh, babies, that's steaming. Tastes just like my mom's. Perfect dish for the Lent season. These are incredibly good with mashed potatoes, and the tomato soup used as a gravy over top of that also. Easy enough to do. 15-20 minutes from start to finish. So if you like what you saw, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, and happy creating, everyone.